The topic for today's discussion is mineral deficiency disorders. We know that already we discussed about the important nutrients we require like carbohydrate, protein, fat. Similar way, minerals, vitamins, and also the essential water is very essential for our body. And minerals are the type of nutrient which is required in a very least quantity. But if in their absence or if it is deficient in our diet, we may feel sick. So it mainly means it is observed that more than deficiency in diet, majority of such disorders happen due to some genetic effects or some inability to absorb this in appropriate quantity. So that also matters. So both way it has to be tested properly in order to save us from such deficiencies. And usually, major sources like all the minerals can be obtained from food. And those who are having a trouble in absorbing the minerals, they should use this as a supplement, like medicines or in fortified cereal products has to be used in order to meet the requirements. So basically, how we identify that we are suffering from a mineral deficiency disease is that there are several symptoms our body will show. So the one shown here, like definitely, and one important thing I have to give and is that many of the deficiencies definitely we can identify, but final the doctor only has to confirm it. So first important thing is that we may feel constipation, bloating, or sometimes abdominal pain. Not necessarily it signifies mineral deficiency, but it might be a reason also. Similar way, decreased immunity power will be there. Then some people experience diarrhea and heartbeat irregularity is one of the major sign, and loss of appetite and muscle cramping. And some of the other symptoms, like which is highlighted in blue, has to be taken little more careful because such symptoms majority times it may be due to mineral deficiency, like nausea and vomiting, numbness or tingliness in the extremities. That is mostly recommended, especially if eyes are tingling and all. Definitely, most of the time it is because of the deficiency of some vitamins. Similar way, poor concentration and their social or mental development is getting slow. That also might be a cause. Then next is weakness or tiredness. So, which are the important minerals? These are the major minerals which we require, and here the one listed here is mainly the major minerals. So, its quantities requirement is little higher, and this one are the micro minerals, and their requirement is like something lower, but still they may act as a limiting nutrient if it is lacking in our diet. So, first we will move on to iron. So we know that iron is very important, and the best source is like red meat and all. So mainly iron is required in the hemoglobin because hemoglobin is central this which more bind the other globin chains together is the iron. So majority of the time this deficiency is more prevalent in females because of their menstrual cycle and all. So definitely when once iron is less in our diet, it will reduce our count of hemoglobin, and hemoglobin has an important role to carry oxygen in our body. So that way if the iron is lacking we will feel very tired, and because oxygen has to be reached in each and every cell in order to get energy as ATP. So main thing is that if definitely the first sign of iron deficiency is extreme tiredness, and you can see eyes and all, it has a pale appearance. Then when we walk onto steps and all, you will feel a breathlessness and anemic condition. Anemic condition, definitely if you look onto your eyes and all, if that reddish coloration is less, that may denote anemia, and it can be tested with a medical practitioner. And the major source are especially the meat. Red meat is good, chicken, whichever having that reddish color, definitely iron content will be higher. Cereals, eggs, pulses, and most importantly it's said that milk is a good source, but this green leaf vegetables are the must try for vegetarians to get iron. And the daily recommendation are also given, which is known as RDA, recommended daily allowance, and 97% of the healthy people require this. So children may require around 10 milligram, adolescents may require around 13 to 14, and especially for pregnant and lactating women, the requirement is a little higher. Then is calcium. So calcium also is important because we know in Colgate advertisement and all you must have heard, especially for teeth and our bones, calcium is a major part. So if calcium is less in our body, it will be these systems are going to be affected. And again, calcium is important if we know the biochemical cycles and all, which say that for muscular contraction, relaxation, and all in the neuromuscular junction, calcium is the one which is required for our neuromuscular junctions to function properly. And definitely their deficiency may cause rickets, especially in kids or children of growing age. Then in adults, mainly two are found: osteomalacia and osteoporosis. And definitely, how you can diagnose is that it causes bleeding gums, and tooth decay will be more prominent, and like in tetanus condition and all, the muscle fails to relax. So that all signifies that our calcium store is depleted in our body. And there are many major sources, as I said, from food itself we can get all such nutrients. One is milk, cheese, all the dairy products are good source of calcium. Other than that, dark leafy vegetable, especially spinach, is like having a lot of calcium in it. Then canned fish, though canned fish will increase your sodium intake also, so please watch. And fortified flour, and even the hard water. So definitely its requirement is much higher than what we listed before. Like it requires 800 in children, 800 milligram, and for adolescents the requirement is like around 1200 milligram. That is the maximum. So this is the condition where I said kids will show these symptoms like bracket-like legs. While in adults, this is the normal porosity of the bone, and in conditions this the bones become more porous, so they are very prone to breakage. Next mineral is zinc. Zinc means we, especially in the ad and all, especially revitalize, you must have seen this. So zinc is very important for our immune system to work, and it actually give protection, especially during COVID time. All were like rather than getting an infection, it's our duty to increase our immune system buildup. So that this is one of the nutrient which you should intake, and definitely it has important role in metabolism of several other nutrients like proteins and carbohydrate. And also it is very recommended for having a good reproductive health, like male sperm and female ova requires this. And another use is that especially in healing of wounds, zinc is an important component. And deficiency, usually the deficiency is not much reported because majority of our food sources somehow contains the content of zinc. And especially this is more not prevalent or noted in the vegetarian people because they don't consume meat, so they need to take little more extra. And the deficiency is evident when you can feel the regular skin problems, then general tiredness, hair loss. And also if you are taking like normal taking more time to heal your wound, that might be a symptom of zinc deficiency. And there are several sources, as I said, meat sources are very good in zinc, and normally plant sources are also there. But what happens is that regarding our body's availability to uptake that nutrient, meat sources are much better, which is more readily absorbable in our body. And seafood, wheat germs, even nuts, pulses, bread for vegetarians, this can be an option. And the other thing is that majority of these nutrients is like if we eat one and then for next 5 days we don't require. It's not like that. It is readily removed from our body also. So that's why majority of these nutrients has to be taken in a regular basis in order to avoid further complications. And the requirement is actually very low, like 4 to 7 for milligram for children, while for adults it may be maximum 10 milligram is only required in our body. Next important nutrient is iodine. So iodine is also very important, especially for our thyroid hormone. You must have heard hypothyroidism condition, but for a proper maintaining this thyroid level, iodine is also important, and it has several functions. Thyroid has several functions in our body, especially to maintain basal metabolic rate, and even it will retard growth of growth if diet is deficient in iodine. But it's good that majority of the salt which was available in the market is actually iodized salt. So this also it's not causing very much deficiency in the diet. And main deficiency is like goiter is one condition where you have very enlarged thyroid gland. Then you have in kids cretinism is there. And again, especially as I said, it is very important for the developing babies. So if the mother's diet is lack of this iodine, then there is a very good chance that miscarriage or stillbirth might happen. And these are the major sources. And especially since we are putting salt in our food, normally it is not becoming a big problem, and the requirement is little higher, like up to 150 milligram is required for adults. So this is the condition, as I said, thyroid goiter condition, which a very prominent swelling is evident, and this is the symptoms of a cretinism, because here the this your hair dry will be very brittle and very thin, soft like, and the eyebrows will be having this shape, the lateral eyebrows, and edema is evident near to your eyes, and always a puffy or dull face appearance signifies that that kid is lacking, that person is lacking iodine in his diet. Next is potassium. Potassium and sodium is actually used as an analog. These are also very important in functioning of a neuromuscular junction, because nerves as well as muscles require sodium, also potassium. And if this source is depleted, we will feel a very general tiredness and all. And also it aids the metabolism of other nutrients like proteins. So normally the deficiency is rare, but if you are very sick and you have lost lot of fluid from your body, definitely there is a chance you will experience such deficiency symptoms like diarrhea, excessive sweating, fatigue, bloating, and insomnia. Insomnia means we are not getting proper sleep and all. And definitely the main thing, as I said, is deficiency is not much reported because it is found in majority of our food products, including green vegetable, whole meat, fruits, especially banana. Banana is very rich source of potassium. That's why when for a marathon race and all, banana will be provided in order to regain the potassium loss through the sweat. So fruit juices are also good, and here also, as I said, it is excreted from our body, so daily requirement is recommended, and the maximum requirement is like 3 to 4, 3.5 grams. Next is sodium. Here also a sodium potassium pump is shown. So here this is the way how our pump works and energies, our muscles and nerves become functions. So here also sodium has to be important. That's why every food we are putting sodium, not only for taste but for, because if sodium level falls, usually the person's pulses and everything, means pulse will be very low. Okay, and he will be feeling very tired. And here so as I said, this similar to potassium, it is very important for nerve and muscle. And here and this is also because majority deficiency is not much reported. Mostly what happens is that we are taking more than required in majority of the cases. So mostly that may lead to BP, increasing your BP, stroke, and other effects. So normally low sodium level is not much reported, and definitely this can be easily prevented by taking an appropriate amount of sodium in your diet. And also most of the canned food products and all have high content of sodium, and its RDA requirement is high, and but as potassium, this is also getting excreted from our body. So what you my suggestion is that we have to eat food for, but when you eat food, always choose a healthier one. So all our nutrients are in a balanced proportion and help us to lead a very active lifestyle. Thank you so much.